Last Sunday, Jesus identified with the Good Shepherd. Today, Jesus introduces himself to us as the true vine. He's not the first to use the image of the vine. The prophets used it in the Old Testament to describe the infidelity of the people of Israel. In Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 21, the Lord complains about his people because they who were his vine of choice have turned into a vine that is alien to him. In the book of Isaiah chapter 5 verse 1 to 5, God considers the people of Israel to be his vineyard. It says, "A man planted a vineyard on a fertile hillside. It had taken him months of work. He cleared it of stones and weeds, and then planted red grapes that he had bought abroad. In the middle, he had built a tower and a press." Dear friends, after all the work, all he got was wild grapes. Israel had behaved like wild grapes, so God, the vine dresser, was forced to destroy it. Isaiah chapter 5 from verse 5 to 7, and plant new vines. Jesus is the new vine capable of producing the fruit that Israel had not achieved: justice, honesty, and love. When was it planted? On Easter Sunday, when the Father raised his Son from the dead. The vine is made up of a trunk and branches which should bear fruit. Jesus is the trunk, and we are the branches. He continues to produce fruit that the Father likes through us Christians, only if we remain attached to Christ. Otherwise, we are like dried up branches that die. We know that a branch newly cut looks alive for some time. The leaves remain green and the fruit doesn't rot immediately, but the branch will bear fruit no more. The same happens to those who leave Christ. They soon stop producing fruit. Experience shows that trees, mostly large ones, have many dry branches that, though still attached to the tree, no longer produce anything. No farmer or vine dresser will be stupid to cut down the whole tree because of a few dry branches. He knows that sooner or later they will fall off by themselves and be only good for firewood. These dry branches are those our brothers and sisters who are still attached to their parish communities, and their names are still in the parish records. However, they no longer live the gospel values. When Jesus tells us that the Father will cut away all the dry branches, he is reminding us of this danger, and is also asking us to reflect on the reality of the church. Not all members of our church lead exemplary lives. Brothers and sisters, the Father wants us to live fully our faith, to bear a lot of fruits, the fruits of our good works and of the practice of virtues. May the Virgin Mary please help us increase grace in us so that we can produce fruit in abundance for the glory of the Father. Amen.